Am I coming through now? I think we got sound. Yes? Everybody can hear me? I think we should be good. You guys, I can't explain that one. I have no idea what happened. I was messing around with quite a bit of software last night, I can say. Okay, all right, cool off a little bit. I'm sitting here now just sweating. All right, okay, all right, no big deal. I was excited about a lot of things with this episode. Okay, thanks for sticking with me, folks. For anybody watching this on replay, congratulations for making it through the errors. Stash mods reset the counter. I think I was on a pretty good streak there, actually, for a minute. Ugh. Oh, well, hang on one second. Okay, a little bit lighter in here. Anyway, folks, my goodness, now that we are fully off track, off tilt, killed the momentum of this show. It is what it is. It works now. Folks, since I already killed the momentum, we're going to talk about Kounde. We're going to talk about the weekend match against Red Bull. We're going to talk about the Barcelona transfer exits coming up. But first, I want to show you guys a couple new things that I got going on here. You might notice, first of all, a little change to the background. There is no longer a big blue screen holding up those jerseys over there. I moved one of the scarves to the keyboard. One scarf is on the Ronaldinho jersey and Puig there. I've got some artwork that's going to go on the wall there that is currently being produced. I'm going to have a one-of-a-kind Barcelona painting right there. Can't wait to reveal that. That is in the works. It's not done yet. My brother's actually doing that. I'm going to have a full story with it. But the other thing that I changed, let me go over here because you might not be able to see those jerseys very well. So let me just go ahead and light them up for you all. How exciting is that? We got some lights, some strip lights. Spent like 2 hours working that out last night, but we got them. And check this out, folks. We can go blue. We can go red. We can go back to yellow. If we want to make it a little fun, we can go purple. I threw this green on there just for shits and gigs, but it's on there. And then maybe my favorite part, folks, is that from now on, when Barcelona score a goal, not only will you get my wild celebration, but you will get a light show. Goal! Oh, it didn't do the full light show. Hang on. Let's see if I can get it. It was glitching out yesterday, too. Let's see if I can get it to do the real one. Hang on. It's supposed to have red in there, too. Let's see if this will do it. Hey, there's some red. Hey, there we go. Yay! Goal! Visca Barca! Very exciting stuff. I'm going to do that one more time. Yay! Light show! Okay. All right. So, couple of changes, like I said. Jerseys up on the doors now. We got lights around. We got some artwork coming up over there. And if you've been watching my shorts or if you've been following me on TikTok, you know my 2022-23 home kit has arrived. And on the back, the new Ocho Pedri. Let's go. I love this kit. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. Check that out. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes. You so pretty. Oh, you so pretty. The gorgeous, gorgeous jersey. I didn't do the authentic. I went with the replica so you don't have the raised graphic of the city. But it looks nice, folks. I got a Busquets home kit coming that I'm very excited about. So, those are the changes. Light show, new jersey, artwork coming. I'm very excited, folks. We are making upgrades on this channel. So again, I appreciate everybody's patience as you waited for me to fix my microphone. Thankfully, it is working now. We're here. We got some caffeine. Let's jump over and take a look at the Jules Kounde presentation. But real quick, just let me say my hellos for everybody who was patient enough waiting through the errors. Felipe, Paul, Sharam, hello. Winston's with us. Harry's with us. Greg, good morning to you. I see Kyle Cash is in the house. Felipe, if I missed you. Hello, hello. Paul's in the house. We got Sam FCT. We got Matinho in the house. Hello, hello. All right, we got a lot of our regulars. If I missed you, I apologize. Keep the conversation going. I'll catch up with you. Don't you worry. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Twitter world. We'll get caught up on our news here. Here's just a quick glimpse of Jules Kounde's presentation. He, of course, did get some... did he play? Am I crazy? He did not play, right? I don't think he played. My memory is already shot. It's been a long weekend. Let's just jump over to the Red Bulls game, and I'll test myself right now. Garcia, Christensen, he did not get in, right? He was not on the bench. I'm not crazy. There's no Kounde there. Okay. I'm not crazy. Anyway, I am crazy. That's the secret, folks. Anyway, Barcelona 2-0 victory over Red Bulls. Again, yes, MLS team, not the resounding 6-0 victory that we got against Miami, but still a good victory nonetheless. Goals from Ousmane, goals from Memphis. Pretty much everybody got some playing time except for Sergino Dest, who I'm very worried about, folks. I'm very, very worried. Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
When it rains, it pours, my friends. Counter has already been reset. Another error on the board. Doesn't matter. Who cares? What I was going to say is that I'm very worried about Sergino Dest. Yes, Xavi is using these preseason matches as a way of testing people's limitations, putting some players in alternative positions, I'll say. You know, not their go-to, but maybe a secondary, a sub position, right? So I'm not gonna panic seeing Araujo out at right back over Dest, seeing Roberto out at right back over Dest. I'm not gonna panic. Xavi's comments saying that Dest is part of the team, that he's an important part for the future. I am going to read into that a bit because I don't think that this season is going to be Sergino Dest's year. I really don't. I think he's going to have to be patient. He's going to have to work in his time at right back. He's going to have to work in his time at left back if Jordi Alba is injured and Balde isn't up to snuff. That's where Dest will get his time. But I'm a little bit worried for the young American. Gotta say I'm a little bit worried. Anyway, let's take a look at the stats. We did have another good defensive effort. 0 shots on target. That's 2 in a row. This match and El Clasico, no shots on target. Barca had 7 themselves with 71% possession, 645 passes, 87% accuracy. Not too shabby. 2 yellow cards for us, 2 for Red Bulls, 1 red card at the end there, which did probably play into that second goal, which we'll take a look at. Offensively, we didn't look that great. Lewandowski's going to need a little bit of time to settle in, and we're just going to have to be patient, okay? This is not a criticism. This is a player coming into a new system, new players with outside of Alba and Dembele, who played with like a decade ago, unfamiliar. So anyone who's even panicking a little bit about Lewandowski or giving him any kind of criticism, calm down. It'll be fine. It'll all be okay. All right? Lewandowski's going to be great. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Speaking of great, take a look at this first goal from Dembele. This is, again, Saturday night against New York Red Bulls. This is Dembele on the left-hand side. Initially, it was Rafinha left, Dembele right. But at some point during this match, they switched sides. So Dembele on the left, and watch how far he runs from this side of the pitch to where he actually scores the goal. Incredible movement. Let's take a look at this. Dembele cuts inside, passes up Lewandowski, passes up De Jong, finds Rafinha. Nice little overlap run. Bang! The Mosquito going low, sliding it past the keeper. Really cool, calm, collected, good composure here. Opposite of what we've seen from Dembele in the past. Love the composure and the patience from Rafinha there, not immediately slotting in De Jong, who, let's be honest, probably wouldn't have scored that goal. He probably would have looked to Lewandowski to play it across. Watch De Jong here. Makes great run. Could have played him in there, but good patience, like I said, from Rafinha. Setting up Dembele instead. So first goal goes to Dembele. Well played. I like it. Listen, the Dembele saga is not over, all right? We sign him to a 2-year deal. We 100% guaranteed will sell him for whatever the highest bid is next summer if he does not perform, stay healthy, and have the right attitude. If he does not meet that 3 criteria, gone. It'll be Rafinha and Lionel Messi at the right wing next season. But I'm pulling for him, okay? Fresh start, clean slate. I'm pulling for him. Let's take a look now at Memphis Depay's goal. This was a nice pass, excuse me, a nice pass from Pjanic. But overall, there we go. But overall, poor defensive effort. I think we can admit that. Here's Pjanic on the ball here. Like I said, decent pass. Let me mute this. There we go. Decent pass over the top. Any defender worth his salt is going to take care of that, right? He tries to shield it instead of playing it away. Miscommunication between center back and keeper. They're already down a man from the earlier red card. Late in the match, what are you going to do? Good effort from Memphis, staying focused, keeping his eye on the ball, finishing off that goal there. 2-0 to the Blaugrana. A good effort, my friends. A good effort. Like I said, not the offensive output that you would want for playing an MLS side, but Xavi experimenting with the lineup, switching some things around, not a lot of consistency there to build off of the chemistry. We'll take that 2-0 victory, and we'll move on, friends, and we'll move on. Okay, that's the recap. Talk Kounde, we talked recap. We're going to talk about player exits in just a moment, but first let me turn to the chat, get caught up with y'all, see how everybody's doing, and then, like I said, we'll talk about who is left to loan, who's left to sell at Barcelona, and there's going to be a surprise in there for you. I can almost guarantee it. All right, Go Young, hello, hello, welcome back. How we doing? Sahil says John's Barca studio incoming. Maybe. How we doing? Let's see. Matinho says Ansu disaster class, to be honest. I don't know about a disaster class, but I will say I don't think mentally he has full confidence in his body right now. I don't think Ansu is playing with freedom. He's not moving the way that we typically see Ansu Fati move. There's not a lot of pace. There's not a lot of cutting left and right. There's not that killer instinct. There's not that eye for goal. Hasn't played a lot of football in the last couple of years. Doesn't really have full confidence in his body right now. He's a little bit worried that one tweak, one misstep leads to another injury, leads to surgery, leads to maybe being out for another year. So I know that if I'm just reading the tea leaves here, if I'm taking a look at Xavi's decisions and what he's been doing, I don't think he's relying on Ansu Fati this year. I really don't. I think Dembele and Ansu Fati are two players that, because of injuries, we can't fully depend on, can't fully invest in, and because of that, we have Rafinha, we have Memphis, excuse me, we have who else is left to stick around on the wings? Abde, right? We're not letting go of all of these players because Dembele and Ansu may not be fit for the whole season. So Xavi was scarred. Xavi was very scarred by last year, having to play Barcelona B players, having to play defenders on the wing. Just saying, my friends. Excuse me. Column, hello, sir. Greg says, thoughts on the rumors that we're looking at Angelino from Leipzig as a backup if we don't get Alonso. I would go Angelino over Alonso all day long. Former Manchester City man, young Spaniard. I think he's under 25. I could be wrong about that. I could check it, but I'm not going to. Dangerous player. He's had some coaching under Pep Guardiola. Moved over to Red Bull's Leipzig, which is very action-packed type of football. Rock and roll football, as Jurgen Klopp would say. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Angelino coming over. I would take him over Alonso, to be honest. I think he gives us something different in the attack that Alonso wouldn't, and he's one for the future. Alonso's really a win now or nothing kind of player. Carlos says, hello from sunny Barcelona. Good job with the channel so far. Congrats. Happy to see culés all over. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that very much. Glad you found the channel. That is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to connect people from all over the world, despite all the craziness, wild times that we're experiencing here, despite any easy excuse we may have to have conflict. I want to bring people together, okay, over our love of Barcelona. We can support the badge. We can support each other. If you're here for good conversation, you're in the right place. You don't even have to necessarily be a Barcelona supporter. If you love football, if you love good conversation, and you're looking for a community to hang out with, hey, you found us, okay? Subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the conversation, and just know that you're in a good place with friends, all right? Welcome to you all. Harry says, Angelino would be an amazing signing. I'd like him over Alonso. I'm with you on that one, Harry. I certainly am. Felipe says, Balde looking good. I'll say he's had a good preseason. I think he's done enough to hold down his spot on the senior squad, but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. It really just comes down to, are we going to get Alonso? Are we going to get Reguilon was another one that we were looking at. We'll see. I think even if we are going to rely on Balde, bringing in another wingback isn't the worst idea in the world. I'll say that. So we'll see. Of course, Jordi Alba gets the start when he's healthy. Andrese, good morning, sir, says there's something there mentally in regards to Ansu Fati. Ferran may take his place, or Aubameyang. Ferran was the winger I couldn't think of. I was like, I know we have more wingers. Who am I not thinking of? Ferran Torres, who has also been injured. It's very interesting. Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres right now are going to have to fight their way into the starting 11. I think, listen, we got one more match coming up this weekend, the Joan Gamper Trophy, but we are less than 2 weeks away from the start of La Liga. And based off of what I'm seeing, it very may well be Dembele on the left, Lewandowski centrally, and then Rafinha on the right. Dembele, Lewandowski, Rafinha. That might happen. Ansu Fati, Torres might be on the bench. Start now. Torres, I would say definitely. He's coming back from injury, has not played any of the preseason matches. I think he's going to end up at least starting on the bench. We shall see. We shall see. It's very interesting times, folks. If you take a look, this is actually good timing here. If you take a look at the summer signings, 2021 compared to this year, I mean, listen, Memphis is still with us. Garcia is still with us. Aguero would have been a good signing if not for his heart conditions. Sad story. Love you, Aguero. Luke de Goat ended up being amazing. But Yusuf Demir didn't work out. Emerson, we sold right away. We're probably going to sell Memphis, if not this summer, next. Garcia has already been leapfrogged by other signings that we've brought in this summer in his position. And then you look at Kessié, Rafinha, Kounde, Lewandowski, Christensen, Pablo Torre, not even on that list. So great job by Barcelona's board, Alemany, Laporta, and Xavi, all coming together to make it happen. Very exciting stuff. Okay, speaking of transfers, that's who came in this summer. We got to move some players out, though. And I got to say, I'm surprised, but after watching the performances, not shocked to hear this from Barca Center. Pjanic is committed to the coach and likes his attitude. There will be a conversation between the two, and if Miralem accepts a secondary role, he could be part of the team this season. What? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I thought, no way. I would have said Griezmann has a better chance of coming back and playing for Barcelona than Pjanic does. Pjanic was at Juventus when we had Arthur, the Brazilian midfielder, if you remember. It was going to be Arthur and De Jong were going to be our future. We let go of Arthur. Apparently he had some attitude problems. His salary was way too high, so we let Arthur go in a swap for Pjanic, and Pjanic did absolutely nothing for us that season. Nothing. Okay? Different coach, different players around him. I will admit, Pjanic looked pretty good coming off the bench in these preseason matches. His passing, his vision, I'll say, is a bit unique. It gives us something a little bit different than Frenkie, than Pedri, than Gavi. There's no way he starts. There's no way he gets regular playing time. But knock on wood, If we get down to injury, illness, desperate times, I would go Pjanic over a Ricky Puig. If we need offense off the bench, I would go Pjanic over Nico. So when you look at that, Pedri, De Jong, Busi, Gavi, Kessié, Pjanic? Maybe he's our sixth midfielder. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I honestly can't believe I'm saying it. I thought for sure he's gone, for sure he's out. But here it is. Reports are saying him and Xavi like it, and they can make it happen. Here we are. So what do you think, folks? Will Pjanic end up staying at Barcelona this season? Question for the chat. My goodness. Quality, hello, giving Nightbot a greeting. I appreciate it. Nightbot holding things down for us, keeping you wild folks in line. Andres says Pjanic looks decent in the midfield, though. I'll agree. I'll agree with you. He's looked good so far in this preseason. Greg says, isn't Pjanic... Excuse me. Says, isn't Pjanic on like 6 to 8 million a year on wages? Far too high for a secondary player. Agreed. Can't argue with that. Harry says, I want Pjanic gone. He's got too high of a wage, and maybe Frenkie could stay that way. Well, yeah. If Pjanic staying means Frenkie has to leave, then obviously I'm Pjanic out. But maybe we'll work something out. Maybe Pjanic takes a pay cut. Maybe De Jong takes a pay cut. It's such an interesting situation because it's very different than Dembele, who was negotiating a new contract and asking for those higher wages in these current circumstances. Frenkie was given that high contract by Bartomeu in the time when we were just paying everybody all the money all the time. I think he's willing to take a pay cut. He's already deferred a lot of wages. So it's a very different situation. I'm not mad at Frenkie De Jong whatsoever. I hope we work things out with him. Certainly. Speaking of working things out, looks like we are trying to work out a deal for Ricky Puig here. According to Rashad Rahman, Barca's idea is to close Ricky Puig exits to LA, going to the Galaxy in the coming hours. Although nobody's taking this operation for granted just yet until there's an agreement. Deadline is August 4th, which is 3 days, folks. Ricky Puig's agent has also been working with other clubs. What a fall from grace for Ricky Puig to go from the next Xavi, the next Iniesta, to now being a failed trial, we'll say, between three different coaches, including Xavi. Now he's going from Barcelona to LA Galaxy, not even staying in Europe. I'm not saying that it won't be a good paycheck for him, but prestige, clout, not a good look. Not a good look, folks. What do you think about Ricky Puig going to the LA Galaxy, hanging out with Chiellini and Bale? Matinho says, what about Silva? Well, Silva, I will say, might come if we lose De Jong. But if we lose De Jong, we lose the balance in our midfield, okay? Defense, offset, offense, box to box. Offensively, Pedri, Gavi, Pablo Torre, Sergio Roberto, if you want to throw him in. Defensively, Busquets, Nico, Kessié. Nico and Kessié, you could argue, are box to box, but they're more on the defensive side. De Jong is our only midfielder that has that balance, box to box. There are no gaps. All right, he's not a goal scorer, but he can provide goals. He can stop goals. He can start counterattacks. He can prevent counterattacks. If we let someone like a Frenkie De Jong go and bring in a more attack-minded player, Bernardo Silva is essentially another Pedri. He's a left-footed Pedri a couple years down the line. So will it be an amazing offense if we have Pedri, Silva, Busquets? Yes, 100%. But when you get outside of that first starting three, now we don't have the balance, like I said. Now we're a little bit off tilt when we look to our bench. As opposed to Pedri, Frenkie, Busquets, now we have options. You could bring on a Gavi, you could bring on a Pablo Torre, or you can bring on a Kessié or a Nico. And we have options. So I just think, for me, with Frenkie De Jong, We have better balance, more options than if we let him go. Just saying. Just saying, my friends. Let me get your thoughts on that one. We'll keep our conversation going. Arfan, hello, good morning to you. Greg says, I don't think Man City will sell Silva now that Sterling is gone, would leave them light in the attack. I will say I'm a little bit surprised Man City have not brought in more than just Haaland when they've let some players go. Zinchenko, Raheem Sterling, Gabby Jesus. Man City have actually lost a lot this summer, so it's a pretty good point, Greg. Actually, now I think about it. Pep has come out and said if a player wants to leave, he'll let them leave. But Man City has lost a lot. So unless they're going to bring in somebody, I agree with you. That would definitely be a hit to their depth chart for sure. Absolutely. And speaking of, this just came up on Twitter. Man City deny offering Bernardo Silva to Barcelona and more transfer rumors. Seems to be trending here. Okay. Fabrizio Romano says Barca president Laporta on Bernardo Silva deal. Now we are focused on registering players and we have signed and resolved the futures of the players not in the plans. After this, we'll see what we can do. Xavi wants more reinforcements. Bum, bum, bum. More reinforcements. Wild. This has been an insane transfer window. Absolutely insane. I can't think of a team that has done more in a single transfer window, even combined. What we thought the January transfer window was amazing. Bringing in Torres, bringing in Aubameyang. We thought that was great. This summer blew it out of the water. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Quality says, I really wish Frenkie to stay. He's an excellent box-to-box player. That's my point exactly. Couldn't agree more. Sahil says, Ricky Puig still has the capability to flourish. Hope he goes to any La Liga team and gets minutes there. I would be in favor of that. I don't wish him bad things, of course. I wish him all the luck. But he's not going to not work out at Barcelona, I think. We can all admit that. Harry says, we need two fullbacks rather than an attacker right now. I'm with you. I think Dest is good enough to be a backup right now on the left side or the right side. He'll be able to play in a lot of matches throughout the year. But those elite clubs that we're going to go up against, I think you're going to see Araujo out on that right-hand side. So because of that, I think Barcelona will look for a right back and or a left back, if not this summer, next summer. That's really the last position that we need to fill. In the next couple of years, we'll need a striker because Aubameyang and Lewandowski are going to be moving on. Memphis isn't quite that number 9, so we're going to need a number 9 some point in the next couple of years. We're going to need a left back and a right back to compete with Dest and Balde. We're good in the midfield. We're good on center backs. I feel good about Tenyas and Kerovic coming up in the goalkeeper positions. So Barcelona, in the course of a year after losing Lionel Messi and being in complete disarray, not knowing what we're going to do, where we're going to go, here we are 1 year later going, Champions League? Are we Champions League contenders right now? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Not favorites, but contenders. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very exciting stuff, folks. We do have the Joan Gamper match coming up on Saturday. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be traveling. It's still summertime for me, so I am very much in vacation mode. But you see, we are making some changes around here. We're making some updates. Like I said, I got more artwork that's going to be coming up on the wall there. We got the lights. We got the jerseys on the wall. All sorts of exciting stuff, my friends. What else? I think that's going to just about do it for today. Again, appreciate everybody's patience while I worked out the microphone problems off the top of the bat. So thank you all for sticking around. What else? I won't be here for the Joan Gamper, so we'll do that's not even until the weekend. So we've got 2 episodes of Wake Up in Barca still, Wednesday and Friday. We'll do a little pregame show on Friday. Wednesday, we'll talk about transfer rumors. I'm sure by then there will be some new headlines to discuss. There'll be some clickbait to discuss as well. I'm sure. Okay, so that's gonna just about do it. Before you leave, make sure you do drop a like. It really does help out in terms of supporting the channel. Greg says, do you reckon we'll need to replace Ter Stegen in the next few years? I think I mentioned Karavic and Tenyas. I've got high hopes. They're going to get tested this year. They're going to be thrown in to some matches. They'll get tested. We'll see if we actually need a replacement or not. Harry, we'll talk about Messi coming back in the next episode. How about that? We'll, because I think it'll happen. I don't want to get too much into it, but I think it'll happen. Anyway, I got to wrap this up. I got to go out there and start my day, start my week. I hope you all do the same. Go out there, spread positivity, have lots of good interactions, high fives and hugs for whoever wants them. Again, make sure you drop a like before you go. It really does help out, support the channel, keep that algorithm going. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Message me on the social medias, at The Undefeated Mustache John on Instagram, at The Undefeated MJ on Twitter, and on TikTok. You can check me out. I'm doing silly videos on there. But message me, keep the conversation going. Come hang out on Wednesday. We'll be live again. Hopefully no microphone problems, but I'm not going to guarantee it. All right? Amateur hour sometimes. That's going to do it for today, folks. Like I said, go out there, spread love, spread positivity, support the badge, support each other. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. See y'all next time. Mwah.